What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this POV review by Autobahn. My name is Max, and today we are taking a look at the new refreshed version of the Porsche Taycan. This is a Turbo S, and that means that we've got one of the more sporty versions available. There are some new ones available as well, the Turbo GT and the GT Weissach package. But this is the everyday fast Taycan basically. We've got a revised bumper at the front, some new lights front and rear, and a more energy dense battery, more efficient electric motor, stuff like that. So today I'm going to show you around it. We'll take a look at the changes and all the tech, and then we'll take it for a drive towards the Autobahn for an Autobahn blast. Now, new bumper, as I said, so you have this new, basically this part in the front here with a little vent there, carbon fiber in the bumper, lower part, some cooling going on there as well, some refreshed headlights, which is kind of the same as before but just a little bit more clean, I would say. We've got these 21-inch Mission E wheels. These also are a refreshed version of the previous one, so more efficient, stuff like that. Very cool wheel, I think, with that sort of arrow blade going on there. These are Goodyear Eagle F1 tires. Behind that we've got the carbon ceramic brakes with black calipers. Look at that disc. That is just absolutely massive. This is a 21-inch wheel. That is huge. We still have air suspension. This car has the standard air suspension. Porsche also recently introduced the active ride suspension on the Taycan and on the Panamera. We're going to drive it on the Panamera soon, hopefully. This car has the standard air suspension, but basically what it does is it can control every wheel separately. It can extend or retract the wheel, so in a pothole it extends, and on a bump it lifts the wheel up. It can keep the car level, it can lean into corners or keep it flat under braking, stuff like that. So it is super smart, and I hope that we will get to drive it soon. Charging wise, we still have the charge port right there. Swipe it. So up to 320 kilowatts of charging now, which is very quick. So if you have a fast charger, you should be able to do 10 to 80% in 18 minutes, and you should be able to do like 320 kilometers of range in 10 minutes. So that is proper. They definitely caught up a little bit to Tesla and others, but they were kind of lagging behind on that front. So this WLTP range for the Turbo S now up to 630 kilometers combined. So that is proper range. Four-wheel steering as well available on the Taycan. The new Taycan always has air suspension, so even the rear-wheel drive base Taycan has air suspension now, which was not the case before. We've got a new LED bar with the illuminated Porsche logo in there, which I think looks very cool. Turbo S badge right there. You get a new vent here, or fake vent, in the rear bumper for the Turbo S specific. Little bit of carbon fiber there in the diffuser. Boot is okay, it's not massive, but yeah, that's, you know, you have batteries and electric motors and stuff like that, so you always lose out on a bit of boot space. Rear seat space, let's do that on the other side. Rear seat space is actually not bad, but it's also not very spacious. It's a little bit cramped back here. Head space is okay, all space is really okay, but it is it is like a combo between a saloon and a sports car. It's very low slung, it's very big, so it's kind of a weird combo, but I love it. I think it's super cool. And even, you know, the regular sedan version is cool, but the Sport Turismo and especially the Cross Turismo I think are just super cool. All right, so engine wise, yeah, we don't really have to check that. I can tell you that the new Turbo S has 952 horsepower in overboost and 1110 newton meters of torque, which is outrageous. That is in overboost, so that means in launch control, maybe also in this push to pass mode. I'm going to test that on the Autobahn later. I didn't check that out. Maybe that also gives you full power, but I'll install a draggy during the review and we can check that out as well. But normally it's only in launch control. The rest of the time you have 775 horsepower, which is more than enough. This car also has a passenger display. Look at that. You can't see it from here. I can't see that. It's all black to me. And then if I go here, you can see it. So yeah. I think I said this before. Why would you have another one here? You have it like it's like 10 centimeters. But anyway, yeah, interior wise, I don't think a lot has been updated. This car does have the optional sunshine control, which means that you can hit this button right here, and then you have 4 modes. So this is clear, as you can see, and then you've got matte, and then you've got semi-clear, and you've got semi-matte, which is pretty freaking cool. I love that, and it works super quickly. And you can also use this slider to kind of do it one by one. As you can see, turns opaque. Yeah, very nice, cool option. Other than that, yeah, no real changes. We've got a lovely Alcantara steering wheel with carbon fiber there. Driving mode selector. Driving position is great, nice and low. Steering wheel extended. So it just feels like a sports car basically most of the time, which is great. It does weigh north of 2,300 kilos, but most of the time you wouldn't really say that. You wouldn't give it 2,300 plus kilos because it copes with it so well. That's mainly down to the incredible chassis and suspension setup that this car has. The air suspension is just magic. I think I say this in every Taycan review, but it's just the truth. It's so good. Oh. So we're in Sport Plus mode right now. Let's do a launch control. 0 to 100 claimed by Porsche 2.4 seconds. Now it did rain earlier, so there's kind of a dampish situation happening, but still I managed to do 2.4 seconds, 72% charge. Yeah, it kind of struggles there all the way to like 60-70 kilometers an hour. So I think if it's like 20-25 degrees, tarmac is nice and hot, you would definitely be able to do it quicker than that. The Turbo GT Weissach package, which is the fastest 1034 horsepower version, it does like 2.2 seconds, which is crazy. So on a B road, the suspension in Sport Plus, we've got it in the deepest setting now, so the lowest setting. And it's just very nice. I mean, this is the thing that sets the Taycan apart from all the other EVs that are also fast. This actually feels like, you know, a proper car. It handles well, it has great controls, everything is very sensitive and well judged, and even the brake pedal feel is really good, even though almost all of the time you're not even using those massive ceramics. It's just using regeneration to charge up the battery. So it's been set up really well. Of course, the issue is this thing is so freaking fast that when you put your foot down, oh man, it just, on a B road, it just takes off and you're like, oh my God! You just have to hang on and then look at the speedo and you're like, oh crap. So yeah, sound check. It does produce a little sound. You can turn it on and off here, electric sport sound. And also when you hit the push to pass button, I think the sound is louder and you get that sound during the 10 seconds. You also have dual motor, of course, the Turbo S, one at the front, one at the rear. You've got 2 gearboxes basically, one speed at the front and a 2-speed gearbox at the rear. So you can actually feel that gear shift sometimes, and it's there to keep the rear motor at optimum RPM at higher speeds. So that's another way this car sets itself apart from other EVs. It actually keeps going. The power delivery doesn't like trail off at speed, it just keeps going, which is great. It also has 800 volt architecture, which means you can extract and regenerate power, electric power, much more often, harder, faster. Yeah, just It's just a better solution for a electric performance car. Oh, it does feel more powerful in that push to pass mode, so we're definitely going to check that out. But before we hit the Autobahn, let me show you petrol vibes. These things, you've seen them before on our channel. We absolutely love them. We've got them here in the workshop. We've got them in the sim room upstairs as well. This is the Ford GT. As you can see, we have it against this wooden wall now, so you have a different effect compared to the wall upstairs. But these things are amazing. The design is great. They are laser cut from steel, and you can have a custom design of your own car as well, which is mega. They also now have different versions available. So they have a neon one, which is backlit, it looks super cool. They have a standing one, which is a bit smaller for your desk or something like that. They also have a frame with different angles, and for some cars they also have a front or rear angle or a top angle available. But go check out petrolvibes.com for all the different versions. Again, you can make one of your own car as well. Just send in a pic and they will make a design of your specific car with your accessories. Looks super cool. And use code AUTOTOPNL10 for a 10% discount. Enjoy the video. All right, so the draggy fell off there. I hope it will stay there for one run. I did 5 seconds, 100 to 200. You can hear the gear shift there. Now, I do have to say that, you know, the charge is lower than before. So we're at 68 now, and it was at 90 when I was doing the tests earlier. But that was a 5.6, which I do think that is quicker than I did before without the push to pass button. So let me just do that one more time. This is a bit better location, really. So from like 90 kilometers an hour. Whoa, it just takes off. It is seriously impressive. Yeah, that's 5.4. So I definitely think that the push to pass gives you the overboost as well. So that's good to know. But I did 5 seconds dead earlier, which is just mental. I also did a 9.8 second quarter mile. I did a 4.67 200 to 250. I mean, these numbers are just outrageous. It is very, very quick, and it's not even the fastest version. So yeah, that Turbo GT Weissach, I don't know if we ever get the chance to drive that crazy rear seat delete thing, but that should be pretty insane. All right, push the pass, hit that, and we can just floor it here. Top speed 260. There it is. 268. Look at that distance. Look at the distance in which we just did that. That was nuts. Absolutely nuts. So again, you can do this multiple times. It's still performing really well, even with 65% battery. That's the great thing about this car. Yes, it's an electric car. I know you guys, most of you guys hate it, but as far as electric cars go, I love the fact that Porsche does it the Porsche way, and the fact that you have some actual steering feel. You can feel everything through your seat as well. It just makes it feel special and more enjoyable, especially, you know, when you're on it. I still think that performance EVs that don't mix performance and the EV part, I mean. But yeah, if you have to do it like Porsche, because this is really, really incredible. We're also driving the Hyundai Ioniq 5N this weekend, which I'm also super curious about. So I think those guys are definitely onto something here. So the downside to this Turbo S, you know, 260 kilometers an hour is not that fast. This thing is so freaking quick that you reach it basically anywhere you want. We're already here before the corner. Look, that's the limiter, 268. And you can brake hard with the ceramics. Oh, that is lovely. On it again, there we go. So the Turbo GT, I think, has a top speed of 285, and then or 290, and then the Weissach has a top speed of 300 plus, 305 or something like that. So yeah, definitely curious to see about those cars as well. But this is already much more power than you would ever need in your electric daily. It really is. It is hella quick. And I think it's a really good update, you know, given the range deficit that used to exist between Tesla, or between Porsche and Tesla. This now offering proper range, it's going to be good for the Taycan, because residuals, you know, second-hand values of Taycans has been plummeting, and I think that's also because, yeah, a lot of people don't really have a use for an EV with a range of 400 kilometers. So they needed to step it up, and they did, which is great news. I still think it's super handsome. It drives really well. It's quick. You can do it a lot. It's not overheating. It's still delivering the power. Yeah, it's a really good car. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. We're back at the border, so fun is over. You can subscribe by clicking the big button in the middle. You can also check out this video on the right or this playlist on the left. See you the next one. Bye.